Travis again, and today, guys, I'm here to do another anime review. And the review is to Tales of Zestiria, episode 6, guys. So let's get into it. So, guys, in this episode of Tales of Zestiria, I gotta say, I didn't expect this episode. I did not expect this episode. It's the kind of episode this episode was. Because, first up, this episode came out of warning. The kind of episode it came out of warning. There was no any hints at all in the anime that this was going to be the next episode. Literally, even the preview didn't, like, it said the name, and of course I have not played the game, but this episode is obviously nothing to do with the game fully, but of Tales of Zestiria, but I still getting the name right. But yeah, I just got to say, this episode really came out of warning, and I can't deny, it confused me. Now, it didn't confuse me as in bad confused, but it confused me because it was so good. For some reason, where was the connection from last episode to this episode? Literally, where's the connection? It's pretty much a prologue episode again. Another prologue episode. Because technically, if you think about episode 0 and compared to this episode, I can see this episode carry over from what episode 0 left off. Now, for anybody did not know actually, how I was reviewing Tales of Zestiria, and titling the anime of my reviews. Technically, the one I did as episode 1, that's actually episode 0, if you guys did not know that. But I'm not bothering to change the title. I'm just going to keep it and say, of course, the title of the video, how I've seen the episode. But technically, Tales of Zestiria episode 1 review is actually episode 0. But there's going to be, like, that many episodes. So, overall, that's including episode 0. Yeah. But, technically right now, there's 6 episodes, but 5 main episodes and 1 prologue episode. But I gotta say, this episode, it just felt like a prologue episode. It literally did. A prologue episode after four main episodes. After 4 main episodes, and already went past one of the main prologues, which I got to say, it felt odd. Now, of course, one good thing we got to know, possibly these characters, because new characters got introduced, like ton of new characters got introduced, and tons of enemies and pretty much different units, different people that exist in this world. Pretty much new things that got revealed in this episode. Tons, like exorcists. So now I know exorcists are involved, so that's something to know. And also 3 characters, three characters got introduced, which I take it are going to be one of the main villains of the series, which I'm actually going to want to know about. We also got introduced to another character known as Altarius. Now, I think we got a glimpse who Altarius might be. Now, possibility, I think Altarius is a dude. So, I'm just saying that, but possibility, again, What I saw of that person, it could be a girl. That anime does do that. We only see a glimpse of him. We only see the glimpse of the character known as Otarius. And we already know that even just from a glimpse, you cannot fully judge their gender just for seeing a full glimpse. Now, and of course, it was not a full body shot either, because as it was not a full body shot, we cannot judge of who this person was. But from how you can tell from the art of his face, and also his hairstyle, and also if you think about the connections we got, like from little like hints, and also some flashbacks of maybe when he was this person was a child. Could we actually get a chance to see maybe him as a child, maybe? But Otarius, possibly Otarius is a dude. So I'm just going to say that. So this guy is Otarius. Otaria. Ufotable, you're really liking your King Arthur series. Oh, I'm not really want to. I'm just gonna say, is there any more King Arthur based games, but manga out there? Because if there are, Ufotable are gonna fucking animate it, and they're doing fucking well there. But I'm just gonna say, this episode, out of all the episodes I have seen made by Ufotable, it's a good because I'm from Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night, and from Tales of Zestiria, and from what a little bit I know from Kuno Kukai, I gotta say, this episode might have been one of the worst, in a way. My personal opinion. Possibility if you guys actually understood the connection. More likely because you're a game watcher, more likely because you know what the game is like, and you more, of course, this episode was nowhere at all anything to do with the game. Now, it has connections to what the game did with these characters, because I take it what the characters have been went through, what we've seen this episode was mentioned in the game, and maybe seen some little flashbacks maybe in the game, but not literally like this. And maybe it was a bit more further down along in the story that we find out about this, what this cat went through. Like I said, it's a prologue episode, because I have seen a little bit of the game of Tales of Zestiria, and prologue episode 0. None of that was in the game. None of that was actually in the game. And actually, I saw the start of it. I saw the start of the game, so I already know what this little start was like. That means I already know that prologue episode was definitely not in the game. So that means we know prologue episodes are not going to be in this series. Now, that's what I'm going to say. This episode, it had that prologue feel. And it had that feeling that there was no way it's connected to the main game. Like, the main game. It's connected to the series, but it's not connected to the game. So that means it must be a prologue episode of what is mentioned in the game. So that's got to say. And it does give some character development to these new characters that got introduced. For example, this one, without these guys are demons, except for one who is an exorcist that actually used to work with Otarius. So that's something to know about. I don't know about that mask girl. And possibly the mask girl has some connection to that red hair girl we saw a few episodes before in the series. Possibility. Actually, the merchants. If you guys know those merchants, and the assassin from episode 0 as well. You seen her hair? They're the same. All three of those are the same girl. I want to know this. I want to know what's her deal. And the opening, guys. Actually, not just the opening. I noticed a complete spoiler in this, like, enhanced music scene. Like, it was not even the end. It was not even the ending theme of this episode, because, like I said, this episode was nothing at all really how the other episodes were dealing with it. Because first up, it showed the clips from what the opening was showing, but it had its own twist with new music as well, which is surprising. I actually like the music. I can admit I actually like the music in this that point. But technically, it used some of the clips from the opening, and also the ending was a movie ending. You know, when sometimes we watch anime movies, you know, they don't have like action packed like next episode ending things. You know, it's just pretty much. You know, where the credits go up or down depending on what you watch it as. You know, all that thing. With maybe seeing glimpse shots of the area. You know, all that kind of ending. I'm just gonna say, that like that little music section, that fucking spoiled that girl's abilities. Literally, if you actually watched it, that part, I'm gonna say that fucking spoiled. She's like, she's using the same powers as the shepherd. And that is fucking weird. Literally, I'm surprised. Because we already know who the shepherd is. We already know who the shepherd is. And we just got spoiled that she can use the same power. Possibility? There could be two shepherds. Like I said, possibility. Oh boy, like I said. So there's a possibility that there's going to be two shepherds. Or a possibility that anybody can actually use his power. Just unfortunately, back in ancient times, no one knew that you could do that, and only the one known as the shepherd could pull it off back then. And because of that, it became legend. And now we found out another person can pull it off. So that this is actually something to know. That's literally something I want to also know about. Because I'm trying to get our main character's name again, because you guys should know I'm not very good at fucking remembering names, including main characters. Sorry guys. You know, my memory of characters' names and everything is bad. Okay. So, oh yeah, Swain, yeah. Guys, as you know, Swain, we know he's the shepherd. But this redhead girl, she uses the same power as him. That's literally someone I really want to know about. That little spoiler thing. That fucking spoiled what's gonna happen in this series. Thank you very much, that little opening thing. Little music scene. It just fucking spoiled a lot. I'm still fucking watching, of course. I'm just got this episode, like I said, came out of nowhere, and also, it had quite a lot of spoilers just from that little music thing. That's the only thing I feel bad about this episode. Oh, also, another prologue episode, which you could have done before the main episode. They could have done that. It might have made more sense. It would have made more sense if they done it like that. But I digress. Now, and that's all we got to now. Animation. Again, refutable, fucking badass fucking animation as always. Literally. Now that's like I said, those three things I mentioned were the only bad. Like what the characters went through, of how the episode paced well, and also how I was getting interested in learning about these characters and also learning about these characters' personalities. They done fucking well. Like I said, those only three things I mentioned. The only things I did not really like about this episode is where the episode was actually placed at, and also it came out of nowhere. Literally, there was no the only thing I got sole hints was the name of the episode. That's it. There's no proper leeway or connection that can connect to this episode to be the next episode or the previous episode. And the third thing, as like I said, I felt wrong, if I remember correct. This supposed to be a prologue episode, and it should have been with the prologue episode after the prologue episode we got. But I digress. And anyway, that's all I've got to say. Anyway guys, that's my anime review to Tales of Zestiria episode 6. Hope you guys like it. Become a child fans today. If you guys want to send fan mail, go description down below. Man, just that man. Yeah. Hope you guys like it. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys!